Our website feel a little plain and uninspiring, right? Don't worry, today we're going to transform it into something truly amazing. We'll continue adding new features and introduce some useful HTML tags along the way. So without further delay, let's get started. Before jumping into coding, let's organize our files properly. Keep HTML code inside the HTML file, CSS in a separate CSS file, and JavaScript in its own file. First, open the folder where index.html is located. Create a new folder named CSS. This will store all our CSS files. Create another folder named JS for JavaScript files. Why do we structure it this way? Imagine your website has a lot of content. Editing it would be difficult if all the code were mixed together. By separating HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, your code becomes more manageable, readable, and reusable. This structure also lets us apply the same styles and scripts across multiple pages without duplication. Now, open VS Code and drag and drop the main folder containing our website into it. Trust the authors when prompted. VS Code will now treat this folder as a project. One last thing, I promise. This will help us a lot in our coding journey. Go to the Extension tab in VS Code and search for Live Server and install it. This extension will automatically refresh the browser for us every time we save our file. Let's start coding. Click on the CSS folder and click on the new file icon to add a new file. Name it styles.css. Now do the same for the JS folder and name the file as main.js. Great. Go back in the HTML file and cut all the style. Move it to the styles.css without the style tag and remove the style tag. We don't need it anymore. Now is a good time to test our live server. Right-click on the index.html and select Open with Live Server. You should see that the style of our website is gone. It is normal. We now have to link the styles.css to the index.html. In the head tag, type link : CSS and tab. This should create a link to our CSS, but make sure the href path is correct. This is the path to the styles.css. Our path would be css/styles.css. Do the same thing for the JavaScript file. Cut the function part only and paste inside the main.js and leave the script tag in the index. Just add src and the path to the main.js file. Save. You should instantly see the change taking effect and the button should always work. If not, rewind the video and follow carefully. Now, let's step it up a notch. Close the Explorer panel in VS Code to make more space. Now let's add a header tag containing our logo and our links above the main tag. Add an h3 tag and type learnbydiscovery inside. In the next line, create a nav tag for our navigation, which will contain the links. And inside of the nav tag, type ul greater than sign li times 3 greater than sign a and press tab. This is an abbreviation of the tags that we can expand using Emmet, a built-in extension. Now ul will have our unordered list, and li is an element of the unordered list. And we have 3 elements here. We can also have ol for ordered list. The A is used to create links since navigation should be links, right? Inside the links, type each link of our website. Now save and see it for yourself. We need them now to be side by side. Remember, how can we do that? Make the children elements of the header flexible, h3 and nav tags. Let's edit that in the styles.css. Target the header and type with me. To make them spread apart, we justify the contents with space between so they will leave a gap in the middle. Now do the same for the ul tag and its children. To target the ul tag, we can directly write ul. But what if there are more uls in the file? Then we narrow the query by including the parent or grandparent. For the ul inside the nav, which is inside the header, we would type header, nav, ul, then curly braces. To space the children elements, we can set gap between the children, or if you want, you can experiment with padding and margin. Now remove the annoying list style by targeting the list and setting them to none, and the text decoration of the links A by setting the text decoration by none. It is now a matter of refining the colors and background color. You see this annoying white space around our header? Those are default padding and margin of HTML. Let's have the control and reset these. Type star or Shift+8 to target the root and reset its margin and padding. Now we will set the box sizing to border box. Let's add the necessary padding to our header. Remember that padding is inside while margin will affect the element and its surrounding. Don't forget to tweak the main element. We can also style the button by changing the defaults. Set border to none and add some padding to make it look good. Now add a border radius of 6 pixels. The rest is a matter of personal taste with background color. And don't forget to set the cursor to pointer to show that it is a button. Now let's add a footer. It's where we usually put the rights and every extra information about the website. Underneath main tag, add footer tag, and add small tag inside. A P tag would have a very big font size. Then write our extra information. Save. Do you want to see the before and after of the look of the website? Just change one thing but then revert it back later, okay? Find the link of the CSS file and just comment that line and save. Now that our page looks good, what if we made it dynamic? In the next video, we'll add animations to make it even more engaging. For now, stay safe and keep learning.